Good morning, this is Sarah, your healthy carnivore in the UK on day 151 of our last ever carnivore restart. If you don't know me, I found carnivore back in December 2014, had a bumpy journey, sometimes doing it, sometimes not. And now, back in the summer, I made the ultimate commitment to never ever go back, never do another day one or another restart. You've got me permanently. The journey is still bumpy mentally, because lots and lots going on. I'll talk about that later. Today's video, though, is really to talk about how yesterday I felt like a total oddball and a misfit. Where did I get that expression from? That was from Mitch from Old Guy Carnivore. I don't know which video it was from. I was going to link it, but I can't find it. I don't know which one he talked about it in. But he was talking about us being a little band of oddballs and misfits, just trying to be healthy in a world full of people that just think we are oddballs and misfits, and how all the social problems. Anyway, yesterday though was a real, I'm going to rant about yesterday. I didn't eat any of it. I'm also later on though going to moan a little bit about a viewer comment. Not moan, just reflect on, really. I'll talk about that later. But yesterday was really ground zero in our school of let's eat as much sugar as possible. Yesterday, it really came in with a vengeance. I'm working somewhere where I can avoid sugar the vast majority of the time. But yesterday, the Wednesday, the 18th of December, I had to say no all day long. Oh my goodness me. If I didn't have this channel, yesterday may have just sent me over the edge, because I had to say no all day. As soon as we get into work, have you seen the amazing spread in the staff room for breakfast? Have you seen that? Go and have a look. Go and have a look at all the X, Y, Z, A, B, C treats in there. And the person that told me that knew I'm doing this, so I'm just think, why are you telling me that? I did say to her, why are you telling me that? Just stop. I think people just cannot, even though somebody's seen you do carnivore for 5 months without hiccup and talked about it, not every day, I don't bang on about it all the time, but we have had conversations about it and how I'm never going to eat sugar again. But I think it's so wacky and so out there for people to imagine that someone's going to do that, that even when someone knows it, go and have a look at the treats in there. Go and have a look at the treats in there. Why? Don't. Just don't. Then, about an hour later, some biscuits turned up for the staff. Homemade biscuits from the kitchen. Someone came round on a tray. Would you like some of these? No, thank you. Then one of the parents turned up with a huge hamper for me. It's very sweet. Really sweet. Wrapped beautifully. But I had a quick glance in there and I mostly saw sugar. So my youngest son is going to be helping me open that, and some of it's probably just going to get thrown out, given away, whatever. Given to the mother-in-law. That'd be a fun conversation. And then another tray of biscuits came round for the kids. So now they're all hyper on sugar. And then we had a picnic lunch with them, Christmas party lunch. They've all got interesting stuff in their lunch boxes. What else? Someone else came round with some homemade something. I'm not going to talk about it. I gave mine to another member of staff. It was just a sugar-fueled fest. Then we had the staff Christmas lunch. Then there were the questions of why I didn't want to take part in the staff Christmas lunch. I think the senior leadership team of our school are probably going to start questioning why Sarah's not taking part in all of the social events. They probably just think I'm just being really unsocial. I am the most social person you'll ever meet. I love a party. I love a get-together. But now I've got this image in the school of the one that just didn't turn up for the do, didn't turn up for the Christmas lunch, didn't turn up in the staff room for the Christmas breakfast. Mitch from Old Guy Carnivore is right again when he says you just can't get away from people just absolutely surrounded by a raft of shit food that you can't eat. Well, he says you can't eat. I'd rather say I've chosen not to, because I could, but where would that get me? Nowhere. I'm going to say now, though, that yesterday, apparently, okay, I'm going to pop this comment in now that I'm going to reflect on. This comment was 99% really positive and helpful, but it did contain a bit where it said, your chicken situation is something that you don't really need to talk as much about. And I'm thinking, one, how much have I really talked about it? How much have I really talked about my chicken situation? For those of you that watch me over the last 2 weeks, have I gone into long, extensive conversations about it? No. It's been a test for me. I don't like to see animals suffer. You probably, if you're vegan and watching this, which is unlikely, you'll probably say, how can you eat animals when you don't like to see animals suffering? All of the carnivores don't want to see animal suffering. We've just accepted that it's bad luck for the animals that they get eaten, but we don't want to see them suffering when they are alive. And my chickens have been through a situation where we've lost nearly all of them now. And yesterday, I got the message from my son that we have a chicken that goes broody all the time. She was the only one still looking healthy. We were going to get her some chicks. We were going to go and buy her some eggs next year and start again using her. We were keeping her confined in her own coop. That coop has been cleaned within an inch of its life. We've tried everything to try and get they've had what we think is a prolapse situation. I think it's too late for our birds. And then that led into them attacking each other and causing each other harm because they got the smell and the taste of each other's blood. Didn't know that about chickens. This person that left the comment has probably now left because I don't want to hear about it. But the reason I am talking about it is because it is important. Because the last few weeks have been absolutely miserable in my house. Absolutely miserable. Okay? And I have not stepped off my carnivore journey. I've just had to ride out those feelings and feel the misery. It's not that eating sugar really helps. I mean, let's face it. If you've been in a miserable situation, the situation hasn't been stressful enough that it's put me off food. You know what I mean? Some people say, well, don't you just lose weight during stress? Well, I think the stress has to be extremely elevated for you to go off food. I'm kind of in that in-betweeny, upset, demoralised, disappointed, irritated stage where the old Sarah would have definitely thrown some crap down her throat. Okay? So I've just stuffed myself full of meat and just sat with my feelings. Do I feel like some kind of saint? No. It's been horrible. And I have to say, I'm going to be completely honest with you. It's only the channel that's kept me going. The accountability and knowing that you guys have given up some of your time over the last 5 months to watch me. And some of you watching me every day. Some of you have given up watching other channels just to watch me. I cannot mess this up. And so every morning I am getting another day on my counter, another day on my counter. I'm on 151 now. And so in about 3 or 4 days, I'm at 5 months. Absolutely delighted with that. Another thing, if I stop now, it's more disappointing. It's more upsetting. And also, this is literally the only thing going actually right in my life right now. This journey is, at the moment, I am going to go back to easier times. This is just a bit of a low couple of weeks. But at the moment, these couple of weeks have been so low and so ridiculous and so upsetting and disappointing that my 5-month carnivore journey has been the only shining light, the only thing that's actually going right. If I stop that, nothing's going right. Then the sugar cravings will come back, the hunger's going to come back, the pain in my feet will probably come back. Then I'll be panicking, then I'll be trying to work out when I'm getting back on the wagon. Another day one. Oh, absolutely not happening. So to the person that said the chicken situation is something that I probably don't need to talk about, one, I really don't think I've mentioned it that much. And two, it is important, because being able to kill my carb addiction and being able to kill my comfort eating tendencies is how I win this. Because if I can stop a carb addiction and I can stop comfort eating, I'm going to do this forever. Those things need to be conquered. And so you guys sometimes need to hear about sometimes Sarah's having a bit of a shit time. I don't like the idea that some channels probably only talk about good. I try not to be too negative. I try to be as upbeat and positive as I possibly can. But some people, some channels, you think, wow, is your life really that blessed? Hashtag so blessed. Really? Nothing's going on in your life? One, lucky you. Two, are you sure you're not just not mentioning those things that are going wrong? Because the last few weeks have been absolutely ridiculous. The weather's been horrible, and there have been multiple opportunities for me to go and chuck some crap down my throat, and I didn't do it. So that's all I wanted to say about that. You know, if that person is still now watching this video, apologies for calling you out. I didn't put your name on the screen, and I'm not even sure what your name is. But this is a warts and all raw channel. I try to keep it upbeat. I try to make it as fun as possible. I try and get my Christmas trumpets out. I try to make people laugh as much as I possibly can. But not everyone's life is happy all the time. The upside, but you did mention, though, this person did say, the fact that you didn't comfort eat through that, though, is admirable. And thank you for that, because I do feel it is, actually, because I've comfort eaten all of my entire life, which is why I'm now struggling to get the weight off, because my body is so messed up. It doesn't know what I'm doing from 1 minute to the next. It's probably still in a state of confusion. However, I am on day 2 of Lion, which is going to go through to the Wednesday, the 8th of January. Right through my birthday as well, by the way. This is right through Christmas, right through my birthday. I'm eating just beef, salt and water. Am I daunted? No. Am I amused? Yes. I may not lose any weight in that 3 weeks, but I think I will. The only thing is I'm not going to be weighing on a daily basis, because it's going right through my monthly situation, and there won't be any weight loss there, because I'll be carrying on to water weight, holding on to water weight there. So it's not like I'm going to be weighing every single day, because being female and hormone fluctuations, there probably won't be any point doing that. It probably means that I won't weigh in until day 21, probably. I may have some sneaky looks on the scales myself, but there's really no point. So I think I'm going to make you guys wait until the 8th of January for my... Did she not lose any pounds in her sad, pathetic Christmas/birthday Lion diet 21-day experiment? Who knows? We have a chicken friend coming around later, who's going to help us put our feathered friends out of their misery. It's going to be a horrible evening. And I've just got a few ribeyes to keep me company. So, yeah. When I say that we're going through a tricky time, I'm not kidding. I'm not trying to get brownie points or bonus points or some elevation to saint status. I'm just saying that I'm really proud that I haven't comfort eaten in a whole 5 months. So that's my 151-day slight rant, slight moan, slight... this is what's going on in my life. The sun has just come up now. It's amazing. These videos in December, when it first starts, it's completely dark everywhere. And then as you're going through the video, it gets lighter and lighter. Ridiculous time of year. Anyway, clearly I don't have anything more to say. I'm just talking about how much sunlight we've got, which is now boring. So I'm going to see you tomorrow on day 152. My last day of term. It's a half day. Later on, I've got to try and remember to ring up my butchers. That's what I've got to try and remember to do. I need to leave a little message to myself in the car somewhere. When I sit in my car at lunchtime, ring up the butchers and order myself a load of fatty beef and pick it up tomorrow. because I can't afford to just eat ribeyes. I've got loads of ribeyes in the fridge, but I'm supposed to be supplementing them with some butcher's high-fat mince. But there's so much going on, I haven't ordered that mince, and so I'm just living on expensive ribeyes. Never mind. This will all be a blur and a distant memory in the future. Take care of yourselves. Do what it takes to be healthy and happy. Doing your best looks different every day. If you're not carnivore right now, it doesn't matter, but please don't eat any seed oils, would be my advice. And I'll see you tomorrow on day 152. Take care. Bye.